Thank you so much for joining us. We are at the Bear Mountain Resort, and we have been fortunate enough to be joined by Stuart Brown, sommelier here at the Cellar, and he's going to share with us a few of the wines. First of all, because I don't know too much about a sommelier, what they do, can you tell me a bit about your history?
My history has been in restaurants and bars for approximately 800 years. I went back to school and completed my sommelier diploma 3 years ago. So I graduated from the International Sommelier Guild.
Yes.
It took me 3 years to complete the examinations.
Wow.
I'm an expert in food
Yeah.
and wine and pretty much anything that has been fermented, so sake, scotches, rums. I just went down to the Caribbean and studied bitters. I study service and all of those nice things. I've learned wine cellaring, so we're standing here in the cellar, watching the wine age and get better at every moment.
Lovely.
And I put it all together with the chefs, and that's it.
What do you have for us here today?
Well, right now we're tasting the Lanson Black Label Brut from Champagne. It's a non-vintage champagne. We discussed earlier the minerality and a little bit of how champagne is made. It's fermented, secondary fermentation in the bottle, which is special. It gives it a completely different taste, and it's grown in highly mineralized old seabed. So this is Champagne. It's a top house, the House of Lanson. They're an English ownership, but making wine in France for hundreds of years.
And what is this I'm smelling?
You're smelling minerality with yeasty autolysis.
Yeah. Okay.
So
that's a new one.
when they ferment the bottle or ferment the wine in the bottle, the secondary fermentation was left on the yeast cells. We call it sur lit en français, on the lees. The dead yeast cells are left in the bottle, and when you smell the wine, this one smells like toast. Sometimes there'll be brioche. Sometimes it'll smell like fresh baked bread.
Okay, maybe.
This one's toast.
I might be making that up. Okay, well, let's try it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Let's see.
It's
wow.
delicious.
That's smooth.
Crispy, clean.
So this is the good stuff.
This is the good stuff.
This is a lot of what you have here when people come to Bear Mountain and they come to the Cellar to experience wines. They're really getting stuff that they can't really find anywhere else. Is that true?
That's true. A lot of our wines that we locally produce in British Columbia, over on my right here, are wines that the general public can't buy. We go out and source them directly from the producers. They're not wines you see in the liquor store.
Notice we have a private room here.
We do.
And then there's also a room just in front of us.
So we're standing in the tasting room.
Okay, so this would be now... Could anyone come and book this? It is a little...
It's 15 degrees centigrade, and it's 70% humidity. So it's cold and wet like a cave. We have a dining room that can seat up to 24 guests with a fireplace. That room can be heated. It is right now, because it's Valentine's Day.
Aww.
And it can be heated so guests can feel comfortable in there.
So you can book it then. So I could just
Private
give you guys
bookings,
a call.
Up to 24 people.
Okay, come down for taste testing.
We do tastings, we do cocktail parties, we do wine tasting. Sometimes guests will taste wine down here before they go upstairs for dinner. Oh. And then sometimes groups book out the dining room. We have a kitchen and a washroom down here.
I am very much enjoying this. I'm looking forward to trying all the different wines. And if you guys would like to come check it out, call the Cellar or just, come down yourself and have a wonderful experience. Thank you so much for sharing this day with us. Sure.